Good morning, Peter. It's Thursday the 20... Whoa, that didn't make any sense at all. As you can see, I'm wearing a suit, which means it must be the formal Friday Roundup. That didn't sound exactly right, but I'm working on it. It's been so long since I played the saxophone that I've forgotten what many of those notes are called. This Friday I've got a lot of weeks of stuff to catch up on, so let's get into it. YouTube! I've been watching Drunk Histories by Derek Waters. He gets someone drunk, then they talk about a historical event, and then they film the historical event from that person's perspective using famous celebrities. I really enjoyed this one with Michael Cera, although this one with Jack Black's quite good as well, and this one has Zoe Deschanel. While I was in Dublin, I watched through the entirety of the Let's Play King's Quest V video that you recommended. For people who haven't seen it, the link's over here. Also recently, I've been re-watching through all of the Vlogbrothers. I absolutely love the Vlogbrothers. Without the Vlogbrothers, you and I wouldn't be doing this project here. And also, YouTube would be a lot sadder place. Check it out, I highly recommend it. Somewhat related to the Vlogbrothers, I've been listening to Hank Green's This Machine Porn's Noobs album, which is available on iTunes. While on the subject of YouTube, yesterday I watched and rewatched Go West by the Pet Shop Boys. Continuing with music, I very recently purchased the Vampire Weekend's first album, Vampire Weekend. Like I said, I purchased it very recently, and I haven't actually listened to it yet. But I bought it, so that counts. On to movies! The very night I got home from my overseas trip on Thursday, Damon and I went out and watched the Eclipse movie, because it's a tradition. It was crap, utter crap, but slightly higher quality crap because it was directed by the guy who directed 300 Days of Night. Once again, Charlie was the saving grace of this movie, and if you're going to see it, watch it just for Charlie, because the rest of it's crap. And last week, the housemates and I went out and watched Inception. Really good movie. I know you've already seen it, but I'm gonna pretend you haven't until you go see it again. Moving from film to TV. In England, I bought the first 2 seasons of Torchwood. I think there are only 2 seasons, and then there's like a season of specials, which I haven't watched yet. I quite enjoyed Torchwood, although it is a little bit silly, a little bit almost campish. Plus, the second season has James Masters. Damon recently bought It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, which is a bit odd. The second season has Danny DeVito as a recurring character, which is good, but the characters are all completely amoral. They don't have any moral standards whatsoever, which is part of the fun of the show. For example, in one episode, one of the characters decides to go and pick up women at an abortion rally. In another, characters pretend that they were sexually molested by a high school teacher in order to get money. So it's really highbrow kind of stuff. Quickly, games! I've recently been playing Red Dead Redemption, which is really good, and Dragon Age Origins, which is disappointing me quite a bit. On to books! And that wraps up the formal Friday Roundup. A rebuttal to your counter-proposal. It's somewhat confusing if we go date, day, date, day, date, day. I was just looking at it and already it made my head kind of spin. So I think we should choose one or the other and just keep it either the dates or the days. I don't really mind, it's just it's a bit long with both the date and the day, and it's a bit confusing if it's one after the other like that. As to your question as to who I'd rather be out of Neil Gaiman or Terry Pratchett, if Alzheimer's wasn't an issue, I think I'd prefer to be Neil Gaiman. I have no idea about what Terry Pratchett actually gets up to these days, but I do read Neil Gaiman's blog, so I have a bit of an idea of what his life's all about, and I like his lifestyle. Not that that's creepy at all. As to our novel, yes, definitely including some form of magic, because that's all I can write. Although, as to the logistics, I chose a bad clip. I explained it better in some other clips. It was basically what you said. Anywho, that's all from me. I will see you on Monday.